Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Jaraci Cup. We're going to be continuing the series. Well, it's not a series. I literally said that in the last video. Game 2 in the group stage between myself and FrostyTeeth here. Don't want to spoil anything, so watch the first video first. But Game 1 was indeed a victory for me. Now Frosty's going to be playing random, and we're going to be playing on Gaussian territories. But there is a twist. We wanted this to be kind of a mod tournament, not really just an A-Games mod tournament. So we're also using the More Maps feature from More Maps 1.1. So this is a layout that SSSS created. It's called GT Alt, or in other words, Gaussian Territories Alternate. Or in other words, Gaussian Territories except it's not trash, which is awesome. You know, Gaussian Territories is that map that you would pick if you wanted like an upset because you figured you could get it, you know what I mean? Like it's just kind of like, one player spawns like here, yeah? And then the other guy is like here. So there's obvious high ground advantage going on there, but then also there's like this bizarre high ground thing going on like on the approach to the other guy's base up there. So it's just like, just go crazy and attack your opponent. Like no eco, you don't need that, just go insane. It's a weird map. This one is much different, I would say. And it has a very unique feel to it as well, so I'm kind of wondering why they didn't just make the 1v1 map with this in mind. But the whole thing is downhill, yeah? So the artifact spawns are up on the high ground, and then everything moves down, including like the additional bases as you move down here. But the players, of course, are on equal high ground. So it has this kind of interesting feel where the map is very small first off. You should notice that right off the bat. And because of the way that like the later bases are like down on low ground, it's pretty easy to attack them. So it's really difficult to make the decision, you know, do I go for more eco or do I go for more military? Very fun map. Very fun map. So that's what we're going to be playing on. Frosty, like I said, was playing as random. He's rolled Soban, and I think that's his main, if you can even call it one. He's a very flexible player when it comes to factions, so you never know what he's going to pick. But I think he'll be feeling pretty comfortable with Soban. Getting a support cruiser first, it looks like, though he does have 4 LAVs out on the field, and it'll be into AAV fabrication. Me, I'm railgun rushing, man. I'm going 5-it. And this is because we had played a bunch of warm-up games, he and I, but I had never railgun rushed him in them, at least not for a while anyway. So I figured, you know, I could catch him off guard with it. Some railguns are coming out before AAVs even, so this is definitely going to be a pretty quick railgun rush. He needs to be ready for it on time. I think he can hold it. He needs to scout it pretty early though. And so when I realized there was a probe here, I was like, no, he cannot see both production cruisers, so I backed this guy away. And I don't know how well I would have done. Like, I think he probably could have seen him. Right now they're both still bunched together, but there you go. Finally I split them up there because the idea is I want to kill off the probe with one of them. He doesn't know that the other one is out there. Railgun fabrication is finished now. Probe goes down. And Frosty's going to attempt to extract with his base runner here. Now he knows he's got the LAVs up on the high ground so he can take this fight. What he doesn't know is that there's 2 production cruisers down in the back lines here. And that means my production is going to be higher than his. Now it's essential, of course, you know, in a railgun rush scenario that you don't lose like LAV fights. And that's unfortunately what's going to happen to him here. I kind of baited him into it, and then he didn't realize like, oh, there's actually 2 production cruisers there, so that's really bad for him. Interesting targeting jammer there, but it doesn't quite land on. The targeting jammer is free now, so you can use it whenever you want. And you can use it to really good effect. That one was okay because it also covered his LAVs, but I get what the idea was. It was pretty sound. But yeah, all of the LAVs have gone down now. Sand skimmers are hooning in on the base runner. And Frosty's going to realize pretty soon, like, oh, it's a railgun rush. Well, what do I do about it? What have I got? He's gone for AAV tech. That's obviously going to be really terrible in this scenario. He doesn't have any LAVs to deal with it, so now he's feeling very uncomfortable. Oh, listen to the railguns from far away. That's impressive. Anyway, yeah, like I was saying, he's feeling so uncomfortable. He's actually just going to GG out of the game. He knows it's over, and that's the end. Kind of a shorter match, wouldn't you say? Only about 4 minutes long. But yeah, that's how it be when your opponent railgun rushes. Sometimes, if you don't see it coming, you can really just get destroyed. I would say a lot of A-Game's patch has been focused on trying to mitigate like the oppressiveness of early game rush builds. I'd say the railgun rush is definitely holdable. His real problem there was that he lost the LAVs up here in the beginning. But feel free to comment on it as you would like, and I'll see you guys next time.